The hangout is live on air. Yeah. Cool beans. All right, we're already cool beaning it up. Hey, everyone, and welcome to Hooping Live. I am, sending Becca the proper link at the moment. Sorry we're running a little bit late. Today's just been crazy hectic for lots of different reasons, so I am trying to keep my cool as best as I can and making the show as awesome for you guys as it's going to be for me. So first of all, I am going to go ahead and introduce myself. My name is Audrey, also known as Audrey here on YouTube. If you have not seen the show before, this is Hooping Live. Our show is every Monday at 9 p.m. Eastern Time in the USA, of course. And we talk about hooping related stuff, non-hooping related stuff, whatever kind of comes up in conversation. And that conversation happens down below in the comment section, which you guys kind of control. So if you have anything you want to say, something you've been working on in your own personal practice that you need help with, a general question, anything at all, it doesn't even have to be hoop related. You can post that in the comment box down below, and we will read those live to you right now. I will also give you guys kind of an update on what's been going on in my life and all of kind of the hooping news. We've been really kind of trying to I'm doing a lot of hand stuff right now. I'm just like getting it. We're doing a lot of kind of reorganizing with Hooping Live right now, and we're going to try to really relaunch it in an awesome way. We have some really cool merchandise coming in. Some of it includes pictures of Chakra, so get excited for that if you're a fan of him. And yeah, all that good stuff. So I am going to do a demo here in a second and show you guys what I've kind of been working on. And if you've not seen hooping before, then this is your chance to check it out. If you see something I do during the demo, then feel free to ask. If you don't know the name of it, try to describe it as well as you can, and we'll do our best to explain the move to you. And yeah, and then we'll talk about some current events and all that good stuff. If you want to learn more about Hooping Live or be a part of the Hooping Live team, or if you have some suggestions for us, which we are always open to because we want to cater the show to you, you can email us at info@hoopinglive.com. You can find out all that information at hoopinglive.com. We have all the emails, information, all that good stuff. So check it out. You can also get a discount code from Outward Spiral, Bonnie Brown. She makes great hoops. I talk about them each week. They're awesome. I love them. And yeah. So I'm going to let you guys stare at this for a second because I do not have anyone except for Becca tonight, who's kind of doing behind the scenes work right now, helping. So it's kind of just me. So I'm going to be running out of air and answering all of your questions. So I'm going to go grab a different hoop really quick, and I will be right back. You guys can look at Chakra. Chakra, entertain them. Oh, guess that's not going to work. I'll be right back, guys. Come on. All right. Let's see here. Let's try to get myself in order. Okay, so while you guys kind of grab your hoops, get things in order. Oh, what is happening here? I will give you a demo in a second. Well, I'll do the demo now and then give you guys kind of an up-to-date on what's been going on lately. Let's see here. The lights are good. Yeah, I don't know what happened. I didn't hear back from Will, so I'm assuming he has some Disney stuff going on. But I'm sure he'll be here next week. All right. Chakra, stop meowing. Just come in. Come on. All right. Awesome. Okay, so hopefully that demo gave you guys enough. Chakra, what are you doing? Okay, well, I'm cracking the door. If you want to come in, you can. All right. I'll try not to be distracted too much by Chakra tonight, guys. All right, let's see here. Okay, so yeah. I'm organized. Sorry, I was like totally hectic. I'm sorry that I'm a little bit late on the show. My life is fine. I am in the process of moving right now, and for those of you who have moved a few times in your life, you probably know that it's kind of super stressful. Apparently, like divorce, moving, and something else are like the most stressful things that a human can go through. So I'm in the process of one of the stressful things that humans go through. Okay, so current events with hooping. So this past weekend, Hoop Path went on, and that's kind of one of the big things that I want to talk to you guys about, is that I did not go. And a lot of people were asking me why I didn't go and if something had happened or, you know, whatever. I heard a few different rumors about what had gone on, but the truth is that I simply could not go this year because I had so much going on in my life right now. I needed to stay here and kind of focus on moving and kind of making sure that I was being financially responsible, as I'm sure many of you understand. So I was not able to go, although I am there in spirit. I have gone for so many years past, and I've gone to all of the hooping things that Baxter's brought to Sarasota, so it's just kind of something that worked out for the best that I didn't go. I know that people had a great time. I haven't talked to Matthias yet, but I know he went, and so maybe we can have him on the show, and we can actually have kind of a Hoop Path rundown. So for those of you who didn't go, we can kind of talk about it, and you can experience it in your own special kind of way. So yeah, so anyway, let's see how many times I can say so. I am having some trouble talking tonight because I don't know why I do this to myself, but when I get really stressed out, I will chew on my lip, and I chewed my lip so hard that it's like hurting now, so it's kind of tough to talk. So if I sound a little lispy-er than usual, that's probably why. And I would show you my hair. I did, yeah, it looks kind of like a hot mess right now, but I did dye it. I put some blonde in it, and I'll post a photo on Facebook later on, but I needed something kind of new and spunky, so I decided to go a little bit blonder, and so it's good for summer and all of that. So yeah, hopefully you guys will like it. It's I haven't been blonde for a while, but yeah. So other than that, that's kind of what I've been working on. I've been doing a lot of promo work, trying to get some really cool stuff made for you guys that's hoopingLIVE related, and I think you guys are going to be super stoked. So hopefully all that will come together soon. Tonight I do have Becca helping me. Like I said, she is doing comments. Not a good idea. Okay, so she said she'll do a demo maybe in a little bit, but until then, if you guys want to go ahead and post your comments down below, that would be great. We had Will Weimer here last week, or not Will, oh my God. I'm looking at Will's name right now. That's how out of my head I am right now. Benjamin Barry was here last week, and if you guys didn't miss that show, it was so awesome. I loved it. We got great feedback, which was really awesome. I have not got that many emails saying how much they enjoyed the show in a long time, so I'm really happy that you guys liked it. He was an awesome guest to have. It was a total honor. He is such a great teacher and very entertaining, so hopefully we can have him on again soon. I know he's doing a tour. He talked a lot about those dates last week, so if you want to go back and watch that show again, you can if you missed it. Whew. That is what is so awesome about hoopingLIVE, is that the shows are recorded, so you can watch the shows over and over again if you're trying to learn a trick that we taught, or if you miss something, you can see it the next week or when you get off work. So Yes. Let's see. We can get a demo now from Becca. So I'm going to go ahead and while she sets things up, I'll talk about, what'd she say? Okay, so it looks like she's getting set up here. I wanted to tell you guys that if you have any more requests on people you want to see on the show, I had so many requests about Benjamin Barry that it just kind of naturally happened because I saw his name so many times. So if you want to see someone on the show like Tiana, which she is hard to get, so, you know, even though that would be really cool, she is tough to get. So, you know, anyone you want to see, a topic you want to talk about, you can email us at theinfo@hoopinglive.com. You can post a comment down below on this show, and we try to go back and look at the comments as often as possible so we can constantly kind of keep the shows going and keep the conversations going. So Becca, I think looks ready. I'm going to go ahead and go over to her in a second. Yes. Beautiful. Oh. Are you good? Still going? Awesome. Thank you, Becca. All right, so if you guys see anything that she did that you want to learn, just try to explain it the best you can in the comments down below, and we will try to teach you. Even though Becca is silent, which we're hoping to get fixed in the next month, she can still answer questions and ask questions, and she puts a lot of great feedback in, so she will kind of be interacting the best that she can. The past couple of weeks, we have had some problems with comments. They haven't been loading. They haven't been showing up. So if you guys post a comment and it doesn't get answered right away, then just be patient. If it has some sort of error, maybe try to repost. But it looks like we have two right here. Okay, so I'll go ahead and get to these. Let's see, we have a comment from Natural Hoops says, "Hey Audrey, just a little question for you. Where do you see yourself in the next 5 years? What's your plan, if you have one? I don't necessarily mean in just relation of hooping, but in your personal life as well." Okay, and sorry if I'm stuffy. I don't know why, but my allergies have been just like, I think Florida has like a really high allergen count right now. What are you doing? He's so funny. He has like he has a high allergen, but if I rub my face on chakra, I will get so stuffy. And of course, he's just been all over me since I got home. But I apologize if I sound extra stuffy. I'm trying to kind of clear my throat as much as I can and still be a lady. So anyway, that's a great question. And in the next 5 years, I'm kind of taking one day at a time right now. And I do want to make a video kind of explaining my life a little bit more to you guys. But right now I am taking, even sometimes it's an hour at a time. But, you know, I see myself right now kind of moving into my new home and setting up an office much like this, except more customized, and really putting a lot of effort and work into Hooping Live and making something really special from it. I would like to also focus on my beauty YouTube channel and see how much work I can get from doing stuff those creative-based, video-based, YouTube, Google, etc. I would really like to do that, and I think it will work as long as I put, you know, a good amount of effort into it. I would like to really have my business flourish in that way. So that's kind of my goals right now. And then, of course, to stay healthy and make wise decisions, and love my cat as much as I can. Baby, I can't. Don't move. There we go. So yeah, what was it? And in terms of hooping, yeah, just kind of working on hoopingLIVE as much as I can. And honestly, being happy. That's one thing that I've really been, I know it seems kind of cliche, but I have found that, like, oh God, I love him so much, that happiness is something that really does keep me going. And I will do whatever I can to, I guess, continue to be happy. And yeah, I don't know. Hopefully that answers your question in the best way possible. We have another comment from, oh, sorry, baby, from Natalie L. says, hey, so I got my sister-in-law into hooping. She's special needs, higher functioning, and I was wondering what kind of tricks I should get her started with hooping apart from waist hooping. A couple of weeks ago, I asked about shoulder hooping, and I'm still struggling with it, but it has improved. Could you show me again in your shoulder hooping technique? How did you build your confidence to hoop in front of people? I'm kind of a shy hooper. You guys ask the best questions. I mean, the past, like, 4 shows, which is probably good to say, we have been filled to the brim with questions. So if you want to ask one, I would put it in now if you know what you want to say, so you can try to get it answered as soon as possible. But great questions. And of course, if I teach something, like I said, you can go back and watch it again and again until you learn it. I have talked a lot about shoulder hooping on the show, but I will kind of try to reiterate in a different kind of way again. First of all, I think that's really cool that, you know, she is special needs and hooping. I mean, that is so cool. Those, you know, those things in life will just make any kind of person happy. I mean, hooping is not, you know, does not discriminate. It loves everybody. So that's really cool that she does that. And tricks to start her with, aside from waist hooping, I mean, maybe doing stuff like off the body, like maybe you teach her, oh, shh. You can teach her, let me stand up. You could teach her some, like, weaves and stuff. If you can, work on an isolation. I know sometimes those are hard depending on the person. I mean, I've taught isolations to hoopers and they can't get it. And then I taught an isolation to a random guy one night and he picked it up instantly. So isolations can be fun. Weaves, maybe you can, what I like to really talk about is tricks are fun, but if she has waist hooping down, teach her to explore the area in front of her and behind her, and teach her about the 2 birds in flight, which is a hoop path concept where your hands are like 2 birds and they can fly together or they can fly separately in different kinds of ways. Maybe one bird you can practice being like angry or full of love and like how you would express yourself, and teach her the actual art of hoop dancing and, you know, have the tricks come next. Kind of whatever works easiest for your sister-in-law's hoop flow and yourself, of course. Now, in terms of shoulder hooping, like I've talked about many times, shoulder hooping, a lot of people think comes from doing this, which is using your shoulders to hoop. You can do this, but this is more of like a paddle, which means you're pushing the hoop across the body and not using anything else but your arms. And in this case, you're using your shoulders to push it across. Spinning does help, but why it helps is because when you spin, you're moving and shifting your weight, which is what helps smooth that hoop out. Now, if you just rely on that shift of the body to be the thing that pushes the hoop, around your shoulders, you'll give yourself a lot more room to kind of explore arm movements and stuff without having to be constricted to like, okay, I need to move my shoulder like this to keep the hoop going around my body. Instead, you rely on just that shift of your feet. It's kind of like going like this, and that frees up all this area down below. And now when you spin and you keep that kind of momentum going of that shift, then that really opens up like a lot of momentum to make your dance a lot smoother. Now the other thing you want to think about is the fact that the hoop is a circle, as we all know, and the body is more of a square. So kind of like that whole analogy or saying that, you know, a circle can't fit into a square. You need to adapt your body into a circular motion. So that's where those cat backs come in handy, where you're arching your back up and rounding it, pushing it forward, rounding the chest. So what you do is when you're shifting, I kind of use my chest and I pop it out a little bit. Instead of using my shoulder like this, I just kind of pop my chest and shift my weight. Sometimes I like to take my fingers and point to like where I'm shifting. So I'm shifting back and forth like this. Now, if you want to add a little bit of shoulder in there to just kind of keep that oomph going, you can. But once you get that solid, and that's why when I shoulder hoop, it looks so smooth, is because I'm not doing this. I'm doing this. I'm not relying on the shoulder. So yeah, hopefully that makes sense. And obviously having a larger hoop and a little bit more weight will help the hoop go around the body in practice. It really does help. And the other thing that I did say last week is that back and forth motion, if you can't understand it, it's the same thing you do in your hula hooping. That kind of shift that you're doing with your feet, it's that same kind of thing, but you kind of bring it more up the body. So you're kind of rocking your body. See how the hands just kind of can like stay limp? And I'm pushing my chest out. So yeah, hopefully that will help. Such a loud chair. We need to get that fixed. All right, so the next comment. Oh, okay. And also she asked, how did you build your confidence in hoop in front of people? I'm kind of a shy hooper. A lot of hoopers, I think, are shy. I was a horrible dancer and was kind of shy about that as well. And the hoop actually helped me break out of that shell, which was really cool. I went and hooped with other people. I went to things like Hoop Path and hoop lessons and hoop jams, and I did that. I also blindfolded myself a lot in front of other people and when I was alone, and I became more comfortable with myself without the hoop dancing, and then when I added the hoop, it brought this whole new awesome element to what I was doing, which therefore brought confidence with the hoop. So, you know, hopefully that'll work. And of course, surround yourself with people that are very positive and want you to do well and don't put you down, because that will really help build that confidence in hooping. So let's see. The next comment is from Landon Saunders. Says, is it true that if telekinetic, God, what is that word? Is it true if a telekinetic is watching you online, you can tell, hey there, me commenting this. That's really cool with the hand thing. I struggle with knowing what to do with my hands, and when I try to do something cool, I just get uncoordinated usually. I I think that comes with practice, kind of making those harder, more awkward moves look cool. I think that comes with understanding, wait, what? Me commenting this. Oh, God. Okay, never mind. That was Becca. I got really confused. Yeah, I just need to make sure. Hold on 1 second. Okay, so is it true that if a telekinetic is watching you online, you can tell? Hey there. I can't tell. I don't know. I don't know who's watching, but I'm sure some people could. Who knows? I damaged that light so bad. Well, but no, I have no idea. But I like the comment. It's cool. But yeah, the second part was from Becca that says, that's really cool with the hand thing. I struggle with knowing what to do with my hands, and when I try to add in something cool, I get uncoordinated usually. Yeah, that's why really understanding your inner dancer, like I've said a million times, blindfolding yourself, videotaping yourself, trying to dance to a bunch of different kinds of music can really help open up that world of hoop dance and discovering your inner dancer. Now, for example, when I first started hooping, I really liked this kind of hip-hop dancing, you know, and I'm not good at hip-hop. I have these long arms that I just kind of look like kind of really awkward. It's not as bad now, but it was. And so I've talked about this before, the elements of hooping and dancing, where like fire is like shimmies or like quick wispy things. And air is kind of like, you know, wisps, like thinking about tornadoes and things like that. Water is very kind of fluid and unexpected. You think of oceans, you kind of channel ponds. A trinkle, you can think of like a waterfall and just kind of bringing those forward. And earth is like kind of like getting like down on the ground. Like this is where I get awkward, like, because I'm like, it just doesn't make any sense. But yeah, so like going down the ground, like pops and like locks and stuff are very earthy. And I went through all of those different elements, exploring them with the hoop, without the hoop, and kind of found what worked for me and what made me feel comfortable. So even though I thought like, you know, dancing like this or whatever, when people can do it right, I don't know what that was, but you know, like hip hop dancing, I'm like, I want to do that. Even though I could do it if I practiced, it's not what felt right to me. What felt right to me was more like fluid, kind of more sexy and interactive. Like and what I mean by interactive is like, because I do more online personality and performance, I'll do things like this, or if I'm doing an isolation, I might go like, you know, just lame stuff like that is interactive and very kind of air. I think I do very air, water, more so water with like a hint of earth. And the only reason I say earth is because breaks and paddles are very earthy. So you just kind of like, so this is kind of like water. I guess it's kind of, yeah, it's like water. And then air to earth. And that could be kind of fiery, and just kind of messing with them, but see what feels comfortable. Like just focus on like your right hand and see like how you can move your hand in different ways. And if you want to videotape yourself, you can, and kind of just play with them, like see what looks awkward and see what feels good. Like if doing things like that are sharper feels good, then do stuff like that. If being more fluid and sexy feels good, I don't know if that's considered sexy, but whatever feels good, do that. Just feel what feels good for you and work off that. Build confidence and then learn from there. Hopefully that makes sense. Oh, Zuta Noah. Let's see. But that's what I do. All right, so Becca said, okay. Yes, she did. Okay, so Kiera Diaz says, were you good at hula hooping when you were younger? Yes, I was. I loved hula hooping so much. I was always the girl taking the hula hoops out and playing with them just around my waist. I was always the girl that could, like, you know, just hula hoop forever and like get on her knees and hula hoop, or I did it around my neck and I thought it was really cool. But I always loved it. I just always loved hula hooping. And then when I saw hoop dance for the first time, I'm like, oh my God, when I was a kid, I loved hula hooping. Let me try that. And I picked it up. And I always wanted to be good at something. I mean, I'm okay at things, but I never felt really, really good at something. And for the first time, I felt really good at something. So that was kind of cool. Let's see. Di says, okay, I don't know what that means. Okay, Di says, hi Audrey, could you give a tutorial on the twin move where it looks like one hoop is isolating and the other is rotating around it? I don't know how to explain it, so I hope that makes sense. Oh, that's Heidi says. Okay, I was like, Di says. Okay, Heidi says. Yes, I can do that. Alrighty, Aphrodite. So I'm assuming she's talking about the move where I think this one, maybe? I think I haven't done that one in a while, but I'm assuming it's that one. If not, let me know, but I will explain this one. Now, to get this move down, you really want to understand isolations very well. You want to understand isolating with one hand in like this direction, two hands in this direction, and vice versa. So you really have a good understanding of isolations. And the other part is going to be where I think she's talking about that one. Yeah. Okay, yeah. So pretty much what you're going to do, it's the same grip as this move where you kind of, oh, let's see if I can actually do it. All right. So what I'm doing is I'm holding the hoop kind of overlapped. So I'm taking this hoop and putting it behind like that and holding on to it, kind of tucking my thumb underneath and holding pretty sturdily on top. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to have to switch off holding the hoop like this with this hand and bringing it around, and then switching off like this. Oh God, yeah, that's hard. But pretty much, yeah, that's what it is you're taking the hoop and you're doing this isolation. And you're adding the extra hoop in that area. So you can try putting it on the inside or the outside, whatever feels more comfortable for you. But I suggest looking in a mirror and trying to have something that's the center point of that isolation so you can really focus on keeping the hoop nice and isolated. All right. I love playing with minis. I think they're so much fun. Even though I'm not very good at them, I think there's still a lot of fun to play with. All right, sorry guys. Quick little mini demo there. Okay, let's see here. What time is it? 9:41. All right, we have about 10 more minutes. Okay. We have a text from, oh, and of course, if I do not answer that question correctly, try to explain a different way, and I'll try my best to help you guys out. Let's see. Kerfoot says, "Hi, Audrey. I absolutely enjoyed last week's episode. Thank you. And can't wait to see what is in store for the future. How is the Hooping Live team coming along? Are you still looking for somebody to take the show notes and post timestamps? If so, I'd be happy to apply for the position." Hi, kitty cat. That's a great question. First of all, I'm so glad you liked last week's show. It was a huge, huge hit with everyone. I had no negative complaints, which was great. And I hope to have more shows like that in the future. And yes, I'm always, always, always looking for new team members. I'm going to go through all the applications soon. So if you want to email me at info@hoopinglive.com and put team member on the subject line, I'll try to look at those quicker. But I do need help with timestamps. I do need help with show notes, all sorts of things. So if you're interested in helping out, just email me and we'll chat, find a good position for you, and start moving right along with all of that. But we do have a ton of people wanting to help out, which is great. So yeah, info@hoopinglive.com. Put the subject line Hooping Live team. Okay, so the next comment is from Turquartz. Oh, that's a cool. Hi, baby. It's from Turquartz. Says, "Hi, Audrey. It seems like Hooping Live has been planning cool things for a few weeks now. I'm wondering when you guys are going to introduce new additions and changes to the show." We are working on a lot of stuff right now. A lot of it is kind of behind the scenes. But last week, we had a special guest. We're trying to get a lot of different artists in line. But it's kind of some stuff that's going to take a minute to kind of get rolling. And of course, the more suggestions, the merrier from you guys. Those are things that really make a difference and help a lot because, I can only do as much as I think is going to entertain you guys. So knowing what you actually want is a really huge, huge thing. What are you doing? So yeah, if you guys ever have any suggestions, email info@hoopinglive.com and tell me what you think, what you want to see, how you want to see it. And, we'll try to get all that started. And of course, I do need team members and I need some help. So kind of working solo some days can be a little tough, but you guys do keep me going and are super positive and helpful. So you're going to pull Mama's shirt down. Look how cute he is. He's so cute. Oh my God, I can't even handle it. Okay, so, and there's also something else I want to talk to you guys about. Sometimes comments don't go through. And I get a ton of emails and comments every single day. And sometimes it's hard for me, especially on Facebook Messenger, to reply. So if I don't reply to you, please don't get offended. It is nothing personal. It has nothing to do with you. It is just simply that sometimes it's hard for me to get back to a few of you guys, or a lot of you. So if you don't get an immediate reply from me, please don't take it personally. It's not supposed to be personal. It's just I'm kind of busy trying to do other things with the show, and it's just that some people email, some people comment, some people do messages on Hooping Live's Facebook page. I get personal messages. So in all these different areas, I have all of these different messages coming in. So it's like I try to be equal in between all of them. So I'll get through all of them eventually. But I do appreciate all the love and emails and messages that you guys send. It's really cool because even if I don't reply right away, I'll kind of skim through some of them. And you guys are just so nice and mean the world to me. I mean, you're the reason why the show keeps going and what inspires, Will, Becca, Jenna, and I to keep on trucking. So, yeah. I am going to go ahead and wrap up the show, though. If you didn't get your comment answered, then please just put it down below, or, wait, we'll try to answer them after the show ends. And, oh, chakra. And yeah, so hold on, looks like we did get, oh, we got one more comment, and I'll make this the last one. It's from Alyssa Vu. Says, are you coming to KC sometime, Kansas City, which is where I'm from? I'm not planning on it. I can maybe, maybe in the next year, I can think about coming up, but I have no plans on coming. If there's a reason for me to come up, though, I'd be glad to. It's just that all my family is in Florida now, and my dad is in Kansas, but he travels back and forth. So I typically wait for him to come to Sarasota, which is where I live. But yeah, I do have my best friend up there, so it would be kind of nice to go see her. But anyway, guys, I want to give another thank you to Becca for helping out with the comments and questions today, and as well as the beautiful demo. She's always so awesome giving us her time and helping in her busy schedule. And of course, next week, 9 p.m. Eastern USA time is what time the show starts. So think about questions, comments. If you have any suggestions, email us at info@hoopingLIVE.com. info@hoopingLIVE.com. Become a part of the team. Give us feedback, all of that good stuff. If you want to get a custom hoop from Bonnie Brown, aka Outward Spiral, you can email hoops@hoopinglive.com. So that's HOOPS@hoopinglive.com. And we can talk all about the technical stuff of the hoop that you want. It has nothing to do with tricks, so don't email that email about tricks and stuff. Just about hoop size, what you want, what kind of tapes, what would be best for you, etc., etc. Hooping Live 2015 is a discount code if you do decide to get a hoop. They're great quality. I always get awesome feedback from any Hooping Live viewer that buys one, so definitely give it a gander if you're in the market for a new hoop. So yes, guys, until next week, hoopinglive.com for all of your Hooping Live needs. And thank you so much for making tonight an awesome show. You guys asked great questions, and thank you for putting up with all the talking. I'm absolutely exhausted right now from not having anyone else kind of talking with me. So hopefully next week we'll have more people here to help the show kind of go along. But until next week, guys, stay happy and hoop until your feet fall off.